See, children, I already told you, very good morning to one and all. The very first module is Introduction to Macroeconomics. And the very first question what we are going to discuss is meaning and subject matter of macroeconomics. So when we study any subject, it is very essential that we should know the subject matter of that particular subject. Otherwise, we may not be aware that what are we studying. That is why always the meaning and scope is included. So macroeconomics means it is dealing with economy as a whole. Please remember that. It is a study of whole, it is a study of aggregate. Please remember that. But what do you mean by aggregate, children? Aggregate means total. Okay, aggregate is nothing but total. So here when we speak about aggregate, what do we study? We will study about India's national income or the entire global income, inflation, employment, saving, investment, everything is macro. Means we study for the country as a whole. Last year, what did you study? You have studied only with respect to a particular unit, monopoly firm, a firm under monopolistic competition. Okay, oligopoly market. That was a specific market. But here it is not like that. Here it is, we are studying for economy as a whole. Okay. So the very first subject matter of macroeconomics is determinants of national income. Children, first you understand there is a separate topic on national income. Here we will be just discussing national income means total value of all goods and services produced in the country in a year. What is the meaning? What is the total value of all the goods and services which are produced in the country? Say for example, you want to know how many bicycles are produced in India in the year 2019-20. So how we will calculate? Let us assume 5 lakh bicycles are produced. One bicycle is costing on an average say 10,000 rupees. So if 10 lakh bicycles are produced, 10 lakh multiplied by 10,000. That amount is the total value of bicycles. Like that, cars are produced, scooters are produced, computer is produced. Okay, then furnitures are produced. So many, whatever goods and services are produced, everything together we take into account and we find out the value. That is known as the determinants of, that is known as national income. Generally, in order to measure national income, we use the concept of GDP. Children, you know what is GDP? Gross domestic product. Those who know, no need of writing. Those who do not know, they should write. Okay, GDP, gross domestic product. We will explain this later in the coming topic. Gross domestic product. GNP. Okay, I will explain GNP, gross national product. NNP is net national product. Because everybody will measure the growth of a country by looking at the national income. Whenever you want to study about India, the very first question comes in your mind. Madam, what is India's GDP growth rate? What is India's GNP growth rate? Because we can measure a country's growth rate with the help of national income. So that is the very first subject matter of macroeconomics. Then second is, you can see here, economic fluctuations or business cycle. Children, business cycle means it is the economic fluctuation. This is the business cycle. Okay, it looks like the movement of a cycle pedal. See, when you are pedaling the cycle, what will happen? Pedal ऊपर जाएगा, नीचे आएगा. Again ऊपर जाएगा, again नीचे आएगा. Okay, similarly, economy में cyclical movements are happening. It is known as business cycle or it is known as trade cycle. Look, both are having the same meaning, trade cycle or business cycle. And it is basically, it has different phases. The first phase, you can start with anywhere we can start. Here, this is the first phase. This is the second phase. This is the third one. This is the fourth one. This is A. This is B. This A and B are rare cases. That is why it is not considered as the part of the phase of trade cycle. No, I am talking about phase. You know that phase means stages. There are 4 stages. First stage is recovery. Children, what is this recovery stage? You can see here. The curve is going up. It is going up. Recovery होकर prosperity में पहुंचता है. Prosperity means economy is in a very comfortable position. Prosperity. Then we reach peak. Peak is the topmost point. Generally, when you climb the mountain, peak of Mount Everest, peak of Himalaya. So, एकदम topmost point है. And life का एक theory क्या है, children? When you are at the top of the peak, you cannot stand at the top always. You will fall. ये देखो, इधर से national income नीचे आता है. Look here, it is coming down. That stage is known as recession. And ऐसा नीचे आकर एकदम lowest point आएगा, that is known as depression. Depression is, you can say almost the end point. Once the economy falls into depression, children, it cannot come outside. Please remember, it's very difficult. Let us take the case of an individual. Sometimes, he is very moody, he is very sad. That is recession. But once he falls into depression, naturally he requires medical help. Otherwise, he cannot come out of it. Please remember that. So, similar story is for the economy. If the depression is continuous, then we will call a stage as trough. T-R-O-U-G-H. It's a, like cumulative stage of depression. Economy is finding it very difficult to come out. That stage is known as, trough. So there are 4 stages for a business cycle. Which are the 4 stages, children? Which are the 4 stages of business cycle? Which is the first stage, children? Yes, tell.
Recovery.
Yes, first stage is recovery. Very good. Second stage is?
Personality.
Prosperity.
Prosperity.
Prosperity means सबसे अच्छा period. That is known as prosperity. Okay, then prosperity leads to peak. एकदम top point. उसके नीचे आता है, that is known as what? What is the stage? Third stage का नाम क्या है?
Depression.
Depression है, depression is the 4th. Third stage क्या है देखो? What is the third stage, children? Recession. Okay, you have written in the chat box. Okay, मैंने देखा नहीं. Right. Okay. Recession, you are right. 4th stage is depression. So any economy has to face this. You see that when this COVID has affected the country as a whole, world as a whole, we know that world is undergoing recession. देखो आप. Because सब shops बंद है, production कम है, automatically it is a stage of recession. But no country wants to fall in the grip of depression. So they are helping. Industry को पैसा देता है, okay, farmer को पैसा देता है, banker को पैसा देता है. Because recession से economy depression में गिरना नहीं चाहिए. That is very important. Look here. There are 4 phases for trade cycle: recovery, prosperity, recession, depression. I told you these are the 2 extreme points, that peak and trough. These are the extreme points. अभी अब देखो, when there is recession, what will happen? Unemployment will be high. Developed countries, Western countries, they are facing cyclical unemployment. Developed countries like USA, UK, they are all facing cyclical unemployment. Cyclical unemployment means what, children? Unemployment due to business cycle. That is cyclical unemployment. Unemployment due to business cycle. That is known as cyclical unemployment. Okay, I am writing that unemployment due to business cycle, cyclical. But countries like India, we are facing a peculiar unemployment in the world. Nowhere you can see except in countries like India. That is known as disguised unemployment. Children, there are two types of unemployment. One is cyclical unemployment. Other one is, disguised unemployment. What is cyclical unemployment, children? Cyclical unemployment is nothing but unemployment due to business cycle. That is cyclical unemployment. What is disguised unemployment? Look, disguised unemployment generally occur in agriculture sector. Understand that. That is point number one. English में what do you mean by disguised? You cannot see. जो visible नहीं है उसके लिए हम disguised बुलाता है. Disguised means we cannot see that. So this type of unemployment you can see only in agriculture. Please remember that. Agriculture mean what is this is very common scene. Even you people are telling, madam, we are going to village. 3-4 months you will remain in the village. But village mean what is happening? There is a small piece of land and that land require, say for example, only 5 people because size of the land is small. But you can see that 9 people are working in that land. 9 people are working in the land. So what does it mean? बाहर से देखने पर 9 लोग काम करता है. But reality में, who is putting notes on the screen? Remove it. Remove the annotation. I told you remove the annotation. Okay. So only 5 people are required, but we see that 9 people are working. That means 4 people are unemployed. 4 people are unemployed. बाहर से देखने पर वो लोग काम करते हैं, but their contribution is 0. That stage is known as disguised unemployment. I'm repeating. In a family, there is a small piece of land. That land require only 5 people. But how many are working? 9 are working. बाहर से देखने पर हाँ 9 लोग काम करते हैं, बट जितने लोगों का काम है उधर 5 लोग, बाकी 4 लोग they are disguisedly unemployed. That means बाहर से देखने पर मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा. Economics we say that their marginal productivity is 0 because they are simply working in the land. And this is usually occur when there is overemployment in a particular work. So when you see that there is a lot of, like overemployment, ज़्यादा employment होने पर लोग वही करेगा, they will be working in the agricultural sector, but their contribution is 0. Okay. Did you understand about disguised unemployment? Put it in the chat box. Very good. Yes, I want more answers. Okay, very good. Now, macroeconomics also studies about money and price. Macroeconomics study about money and price. Children, remember, money is a very huge topic. In money, even we are going to study. What we will be studying? One is demand for money. Second is supply of money. One is demand for money, other is supply of money. The question is, who will provide money supply? India mein money supply is controlled by RBI. They are providing the supply of money. Now the question is, who is demanding money? You want money, I want money, laborer wants money, everybody wants money. But the supply comes only from Reserve Bank. When the money supply increases, what will happen? When the money supply increases, it leads to inflation. Children, inflation is one of the basic terms you should be pretty thorough with. And when money supply is less, it leads to deflation. Tell me the meaning of the term inflation. You can put it in the chat box, no issues. Let me see, what did you write? Inflation का meaning क्या है? Write in the chat box. Yes, inflation means increase in price. Look here, you are right. Inflation means increase in price. Everybody talks about increase in the price. Price बहुत बढ़ गया. No, महंगाई बहुत ज़्यादा है. That situation is known as inflation. What is deflation? Deflation is decrease in the price. Reduction or decrease in the price. Price अपने आप नीचे गिरता है. That is known as deflation. There is decrease in the price. There are two terms. One term is inflation, other term is deflation. Correct. 3-4 children have written, very nice. So deflation means opposite of inflation, decrease in the price. Inflation means increase in the price. Then macroeconomics also deals with economic growth and development. My dear children, make it very clear, growth is different, development is different. Generally, students get confused. What is the difference between growth and development? Okay, so what is the difference is between growth and development is, it is very clear. Growth means, you can take down, growth means growth in GDP, growth in national income. That is growth. Look here. Growth is measured by NDP, GDP. My video became on, you could see me. That is nice, children. So here growth means, I told you GDP, GNP, NNP, all that is increasing or decreasing. That is growth. Okay. And development is a new branch of economics that has developed between 1950s and 1960s. Development means it studies about what? It studies about economic growth as well as the quality of life. Development means it will study about quality of life. What is the meaning? We say that India's national income is 7%. It is growing by 7%. Then we can see that majority people are not having the house. They are sleeping in the road. They are sitting in the road for begging. Electricity is not available in many parts of the country. So हमारे पास growth है लेकिन development है नहीं. Development कब होगा children? Education अच्छा होना चाहिए, life expectancy अच्छा होना चाहिए, infrastructure अच्छा होना चाहिए. Then we will say that there is a development. So macro studies both. growth as well as development. Next is balance of payment. This is totally new to you. Balance of payment is also known as BOP. BOP means what, children? Dekho, it is studying about export, import, receipt and payment. Balance of payment means there are two sides. One side is the credit side,
Hello.
other side is the debit side. Okay,
Ah.
balance of payment. So credit side में what things will come? When we export some goods, हमको डॉलर मिल जाएगा. जो इंडिया को मिलता है, that will be going in export. जो इंडिया बाहर देता है, that will go in imports. So balance of payment include many things: export, import, no doubt, receipt as well as payment. Okay, I will give you the example of receipt. Your brother is working in Gulf. He is sending 20,000 rupees to your mother every month. That is an example of receipt because we are getting the dollar. उसके वजह से it is the receipt. Suppose that my son is studying abroad. I have to send him the fees. So naturally, that is considered as a payment. So balance of payment mean every stage mean there is the balance of payment we will go draw like this. Okay, this is the credit side, this is the debit side. So credit side क्या आएगा बच्चे लोग? Receipt. Debit side, we will draw the payment. So this is the meaning of balance of payment. Tell me whether you could understand it. Children, could you understand? Okay. Let me see the. Very good. So this is the answer for your first question. Discuss the scope and meaning of macroeconomics. I'm just taking it back. First point, determinants of national income, business cycle. It talks about employment and unemployment. Then we explained about disguised unemployment, money and price. Economic growth and development, balance of payment. Okay. I'll share the YouTube today. Children, when you are seeing the YouTube now, subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm telling you. आप पूरा सब्सक्राइब करने का है, then only मेरे लिए views मिलेगा. And you can write at the end of the video your comment. How do you feel the lecture? Online lecture, recorded videos कैसा आता है? That all you can discuss. Now what we will do? We have to start the second topic. Beginning तो करेगा. Okay. One minute. We will not be, we just, I'm starting, you don't get afraid. We are talking about this require pencil, pen and the book. This is something, by the way, can you see the screen, children? No.
No, ma'am.
Oh, no, I can see, I can see. I hope now you can see. Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So chapter 2, that is in the first module, that is known as circular flow. Remember, this is the crux of your module number 3. That much important is this area. What is the question? You can see here the question. Draw and explain circular flow in a two-sector model. Draw and explain circular flow in two-sector model with saving and investment. Then three-sector model. Then four-sector model. That means 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 circular flows you have to study. Then this also. The basic question you may ask, Madam, what is circular flow? You may ask. Okay. I'm going very slowly. You can tell me also. Circular flow is a model of economy in which major exchanges are represented as flows of money, goods, services between economic agents. So circular flow means there is the flow of money, goods and services. We know that in an economy, goods are produced. And there are 4 agents of production. This you have studied in 11th standard. Land, labor, capital and organization. I hope you are remembering. These are the 4 units of agents of production. Land, labor, capital and organization. So the land, labor and organization, they together produce the goods. When they are producing the goods, they are selling also in the market. When they are selling the goods, producers get some money. So what is circular flow? You don't have to draw, you have to understand. Circular, what is the speciality of circle, my dear children? Speciality of circle is, okay, speciality of circle, देखो, circle का point क्या है? जिधर से start होगे उधर ही आकर end होगा. That is the speciality of circle. Okay, so circular flow में एक direction से goods and services आकर दूसरा सेक्टर में जाकर वो तीसरा सेक्टर में आकर इधर कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. That is circular flow. Circular flow are different types से 2-sector model, 3-sector model and 4-sector model. Okay, so somebody is asking you what is circular flow. It is just the flow of goods, money and services between various economic agents. And there are 4 agents of production: land, labor, capital and organization. First we will be discussing what is the circular flow in 2-sector model. That we will not deal it today, we will deal it tomorrow. 3-sector model and 4-sector model. So far, do you have any doubt? Otherwise, I will end the lecture. We will have to go for attendance. 1 minute. Oh, chat box में बहुत सारा messages है. Very good. No.